Welcome to TMZ Live. So Charles and I did an interview with a gentleman who has a lot of money, is well connected, is a guy who collects unbelievable items. And in the process of the interview, he just dropped some info.
Just dropped pretty much the biggest bombshell you could drop this particular week, as the countdown is deafening now to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding.
I love deafening. What a good word for this. What a good word. What a good word.
Yes, because Anthony Jabin, as Harvey mentioned, is a celebrity memorabilia collector.
And we were talking to him about the fact that he has now, apparently he's bought the crypt.
Jay Leno. I couldn't think of his name. I see he have a lot of cars in the back, so he's, I guess he collect antique cars. And Jay Leno came to mind because he also was an avid car collector as well.
Next to Marilyn Monroe in the mausoleum.
Right. More on that tomorrow.
Right.
But this is the part of the interview that just absolutely shocked us, because I just asked if he had any Taylor Swift memorabilia or Travis Kelce memorabilia.
And he said this.
And he said this. And by the way, do you have anything from, just because it's kind of, there are a couple people are talking about right now, anything with Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce?
Well, I'm going to be there. So
you're going to the wedding?
I got the invite.
Wait a minute. Are you serious?
I'm serious.
What does the invitation say?
Well, I'm not allowed to disclose it, but it's not going to be what everybody thinks. There's a little bit of a surprise going on.
Oh,
just a little heads up.
Okay, help me out here.
Well, there's a decoy. They've got something. They don't want everybody to really know where it is. So
wait a minute. Are you invited to the wedding or the party?
Both, the wedding and the party. I'm
going to ask you a very specific question. Is the wedding the same day as the party?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is the wedding at Madison Square Garden?
I can't say.
Is the wedding at the same place as the party? Just tell me that.
No.
It is not at the same place as the party.
Right.
But it is the same day of the party.
Exactly.
Were you invited by Travis or Taylor?
Taylor.
Okay. What's your connection?
She was at the Super Bowl when I met her, basically, and she's really sweet, great person.
So the wedding and the party are the same day, but the wedding is not at the same place as the
Why does he keep repeating these questions now? What is he up to?
Party.
Right.
Okay. But in New York City.
I can't disclose everything right now.
Would I be extending? Would I be going out on a limb to say both are in New York City?
I really can't mention.
You trying to get this guy disinvited?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sworn to secrecy.
Okay, so we had a subsequent call with the gentleman,
with Anthony. Yep,
and said he is actually a +1. There is a woman who got the invitation, because if you notice, he didn't say he got it. He never said it directly.
Right.
But he says a woman invited him.
Yes.
So look, we don't know. Now, what seems to counter this, although I still don't know, is that today they are having a rehearsal. Presumably at Madison Square Garden. Mm-hmm. What we're hearing is in the theater there with 100 people. So a couple of questions. One is, have you ever heard of a rehearsal with 100 people?
Yes.
Maybe a royal wedding has 100 people.
No, actually, that's not uncommon at all.
In a rehearsal?
Yeah, I've been to a rehearsal dinner with the bride, the groom, their family the night before.
Rehearsal dinner.
Yes.
But not the rehearsal.
Yes, but the actual rehearsal.
So
why do you need 100 people?
The actual rehearsal you guys are thinking of is a run-through where they all walk down the aisle, they do all that. But usually later, after that, they have a big dinner with more people that are not necessarily involved in that.
Out-of-town family, people who've traveled. Yes, you'll have a dinner with them.
Yeah, so for example, one that I went to that was about that amount of people included one of the bridesmaids' family. So they were not a part of the actual ceremony rehearsal, but they were included at the dinner.
So in that particular situation, how many people were in the wedding? Like the
probably
wedding
half.
party.
Probably half of that.
50 people in a bridal party?
It was. I want to say I was one of 12
Okay.
girls.
Oh, my God.
I have no idea whether this is real or fake, but my spidey senses are telling me there's something we don't know about whatever is happening today. And is it actually a surprise wedding that they're going to have, or they surprise everybody who shows up, the 100 people, because we know it's going to be smaller? Is it really going to happen with 1,000 people in Madison Square Garden tomorrow? Or, as the gentleman said, will it be a different venue tomorrow with a wedding from the actual celebration? That's the question.
I'm the one part I'm locked in on is that Friday night there's going to be a party.
We know
mess.
that.
Because
we've
seen everything being loaded up.
We know the party is
going to
Friday
happen.
night. We know that.
I do not think they are going to actually have the wedding at Madison Square Garden. I thought that before Anthony.
But I
thought that before Anthony said that.
I agree with you.
I just don't know where. And I don't know. It obviously can't be too far from New York City if they're going to be showing up at the party at Madison Square Garden. So,
and I mean, we've gotten so many tips. It's almost like a wild goose chase at this point, where it's like, oh, they're going to first get married in Ohio. We've gotten tips on castles. A lot of people in the office here think like, oh, could go down maybe at the New York Library. That's only a couple blocks away, 15-minute walk. So, I mean, everyone's just trying to put it together.
A parade after the wedding, and they all walked together to Madison Square Garden.
Or they get married outside of New York City, maybe even in a different state with 100 people.
Yeah, because you can put 100 people on a plane easily.
Or 200 people, and they rent a 757.
Or just use Taylor's plane.
Well, no, it's too small.
Yeah.
You need a 757. You can even do a 737.
You can borrow Drake's plane.
Yeah. And you have the wedding at noon. And at 1:30, you fly to New York, and then you go into the venue.
They don't have to be at the Garden until 4 o'clock. So
this feels too on the nose to just do everything at MSG.
Yeah.
It feels like they're going to want to do some, because she does want the surprise factor.
Yes.
Well, everyone online is thinking she's going to be announcing something, whether it's like there's this big rumor she's going to be announcing like a record label. There's other people that think she's going to announce that they're expecting a baby. Like, there's all these things that people are guessing that she could add on to this wedding.
They're wishing.
I don't think all those
I think they're married now.
There's something that
this was uploaded a day ago. Okay. So they are married now, I think. I don't know.
Happened today. That reps came out and said that.
Oh yeah, they are married now, because I remember I saw a post on X saying that Trump put AI sign over her sign, just married. Okay, yeah. So they're married now. But I haven't heard of any surprise announcement as of yet.
They're donating $26 million to, I believe, 20 charities.
Yes.
This is coming when there's some criticism about, having to spend all this money because the police are there, the army is there. We don't know how much, but
the Army, the National Guard.
We actually asked this question online about whether, when you come out and say you're giving money to charity, does it take away the charitable part or not? We have debates about this all the time.
Yeah, so the chat was honestly very divided in this. There was one side saying, no, it's called charity, no need to talk and publicize it. It kind of defeats the purpose of it. It takes away from it. And then the other side, yes, it's fine. It's fine, yes, maybe because it will inspire others to donate as well, that it's a good reason to do that. So it's pretty split generally.
When celebrities or even non-celebrities announce that they have given to some cause, the reason they say is to promote that cause.
Well,
that's what
they say.
Right. That hopefully.
And you've done this for how long?
Listen, I'm in the school of thought that the ends excuses the means.
I'm not saying I'm not disagreeing with you.
These charities, 20 charities that got the money, they don't care that she's publicizing it, that she and Travis are publicizing it.
I'll agree with you on that.
Right.
Now be honest about the other part.
What other part?
That it's about to promote the charities.
Yes, I do think there is some PR involved in sort of offsetting the conversation about how much you're spending on the wedding.
Or creating an image you want to create.
Well, they already have charitable images.
I understand that.
Well, what difference does it make? They're donating to charity. They're getting money or donations that they didn't have prior to this announcement. And so what's the big deal?
I'm not criticizing it. I'm just saying that,
No criticism whatsoever.
If you join our live stream, it became a hot topic
It did.
today.
It did. It was
very
debated.
divided, and a lot of people had a lot of strong opinions either way. So.
Hi, I'm Maddie from Vegas, and as a fellow bride this very week, I'm really happy for Taylor and Travis. It sounds like they're going to be doing the ceremony more intimately, having the reception, a big celebration with everyone. They know how to
Whoa.
Hey, congratulations. Hold on. First of all, congratulations,
Yes.
Maddie.
Thank you.
When are
This
you
is
getting
my
married? When are you
husband.
getting married?
Oh, hey, there he
We
is.
just got married
Are you-
actually on Sunday.
Were you? Oh, that
Were
was
you
at
the guys in
Allegiant
the Empire
Stadium.
State Building?
No, they were at Allegiant Stadium. You're in Vegas,
Yeah,
right?
we were there yesterday. We flew over to Vegas real quick.
Yeah.
What, you got married yesterday?
We got married Sunday in St. Louis. We had a very intimate reception and ceremony with our friends, and then we'll have a party next year. So I totally relate to Taylor kind of wanting to keep it small for the ceremony, but then celebrate with everybody.
And where did your millions go? Which charity did you give your millions to?
Mine went to,
I'm
I don't
kidding,
know.
Maddie.
Okay,
Congratulations.
does your husband speak?
yes.
He did before last week.
Oh.
Congratulations, guys.
He just sitting up there with a big smile on his face. That's crazy. He said, "Did your husband speak?" He'll say something, right?
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coming up.
Yeah, congratulations to Taylor and also this couple too.
Reuters, the news agency, posted a story that the 2 ransom letters that we received and 2 television stations in Tucson received, but the FBI determined were fake. So the FBI came out late in the day yesterday because people were calling them saying, "What's up?"
Be right back.
So the FBI has settled something that bubbled up to the surface yesterday. Early in the morning, Reuters, the news agency, posted a story that the 2 ransom letters that we received and 2 television stations in Tucson received, the FBI determined were fake, as was the various letters requesting a Bitcoin in return for information about who these kidnappers are. Also fake.
That's what Reuters had said. But then you had that conversation with a
So what are they saying? All their letters was fake?
couple of people at the FBI.
Including an official in mid-morning yesterday who said, look, we believe those ransom notes more likely than not are real. And that's what we had been told all along. That's why Savannah Guthrie, after the second one, said, "We will give you money."
Right.
So we had been told all along that they believed those were real. And we had FBI agents contacting our IT team many, many times trying to figure out who was sending those ransom notes. So when Reuters came out, we thought, well, maybe there's something we don't know. And we called and we got the same answer, which is, more likely than not, that those 2 ransom notes are real. So the FBI came out late in the day yesterday because people were calling them saying, what's up?
Right.
And said that they were a little vague, but they said some of the ransom notes, alleged ransom notes, were fake. But there are some that they are still looking at and pursuing. And we know it's those 2.
Right. And ultimately, I think we did a good job of explaining all that yesterday. I feel like their vague statement might confuse people more.
But they are saying...
They're saying there are, certainly. They're acknowledging that there are letters that they believe are legit.
Of course.
But now I'm wondering who are all the other ones that they said were fake, because we didn't at least on the ransom side, didn't hear about
Well,
that.
they probably got him directly.
Right.
They probably got them directly.
So what was Reuters responding to? What they had learned about the other ransom notes?
I'm so glad you asked that question, because you should listen to the Two Angry Men podcast that's going to drop on Saturday. Because my co-host, Mark Garagos, has a really interesting take on this. He was speaking, at the same time we were doing the story yesterday, he was speaking to some people connected to the FBI who were saying that there was a sense within the FBI that law enforcement generally screwed up this case, and that they were angry because the first 48 hours are the most critical.
Right.
And the FBI wasn't brought in on time, they didn't react on time. And so Mark's got a really interesting take on why perhaps certain agents
would say something to Reuters.
Right. And when I talked to the official,
dismissive of all the letter, right?
And when I talked to the official even said to me that, look, we have a lot of agents on this case, and not everybody feels the same way.
Right.
And so it all kind of connects. Two Angry Men podcast. Where do you get your podcasts?
So I set you up?
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Alara. I'm from Norman, Oklahoma. The case, it's really interesting to me that 5 months in, we're talking about ransom notes and not really proof of life. I think at this point in time, it kind of feels like the FBI just wants to see if whoever's sending the notes slips up so they can close the case, and not necessarily still searching for Nancy with so much time.
They believe Nancy Guthrie has passed.
Yeah.
And passed early on.
Right. I believe that as well. Okay, so now it's a time to take a little break and come over here and invite you to subscribe to my channel. Okay, back to the program.
So Mayor Mamdani in New York City it's not a mandate, but
a request.
He has made a request.
Strong request.
Of the city's millions of residents. And that, by the way, what you're about to hear includes Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
But what he wants. Before you hear the request, you got to know it's going to be 100 plus in New York.
Yes.
With big humidity.
Yes, it's
right. And I heard they had a blackout too.
It's supposed to be 100 degrees today. Tomorrow, even hotter. And so he wants everyone in the city to set their AC units to 78 degrees. Now, that doesn't sound very cool, I think, to most people.
It's just not.
It's just not. 78 degrees. I mean, when you consider room temperature is 72, and then he's saying set your AC to 78. Yeah, but there's a good reason for this.
There are a couple of things. I mean, look, in 1977, there was a blackout in New York City. If the power goes down in New York City, if the grid goes down, people are going to die.
Yes.
Because
then it's really going to be
people
bad.
are going to die. So he's really saying, look, this is life or death. And
so we got to
make it work for everybody. Everybody needs to give a little.
This is to protect the grid so that doesn't happen. The question is, how many people are actually going to do this? There are a lot of people who got angry when they saw this request.
They're calling him a communist.
And they're making it political. I don't know why everything has to be turned political. You can say you disagree because it's too hot to have your AC set at 78, but don't make it political. Well, lots of politicians, governors, and mayors have made this exact same directive.
It all depends on the number. I mean, he's come up with a number that he says is doable if people follow it. Is the number 78? It's sort of like prunes.
It's a number that many, many other politicians have used in crisis when there's a heat wave.
Well, we asked the chat about this specifically, saying,
the way,
would you do it or not? Our live stream, our viewers. And they said 78 is still a little warmer than I would have liked it to be, but if the choice is 78 degrees or a potential power outage where people die because of overuse, 78 is better than nothing. And then there's the other side saying, heck no, I get humidity every dang day. I keep that on 73 to 74 all day. I would not turn it down.
Final thing is, this applies to all businesses, including Madison Square Garden. Are they, with 1,000 people in Madison Square Garden, are they going to...
Tomorrow night, will they keep it at 78?
Now, if they get generators, because apparently the generators are what cools the place, that wouldn't affect the power grid, so it would seem that they could do that.
What's interesting is we actually got images of AC units being delivered to Madison Square Garden. today. So clearly they have something in mind here. They have a plan.
And they've changed the dress code to tank tops.
I don't think that happens.
Coming up.
So there's been a lot of controversy about the Great American State Fair, that there are a lot of reports that virtually no one is showing up for it.
Here's a bit of breaking news on TMZ Live. It's packed. It's busy today.
Be right back.
TMZ's got it. Yeah, I think the last I heard, it was more people there today than they had all week. And my last time I heard that, let me see, there was several people that passed out because of the heat. 11 people were transported to the hospital, and I believe 7 of those people was it critical condition, or well, they in a condition that just wasn't normal. So I guess it's because the heat stroke and all that stuff.
Every freaking thing! Big celebs, big stories, big events!
Donnell Rawlings took TMZ DC on a city tour.
You know what the irony of this is?
Understand something. So they have all these prohibitions. You can't bring water. You can't bring food. You can't bring a tent. And you're saying that it is so stifling hot. How are people going there and enduring?
Buy it.
Well, no, but how are they enduring? What are they doing with the kind of heat? You guys are afraid to go outside and do this interview, for crying out loud.
No, only one of us is, bro. Only one of us is. I love that.
This guy talks such a big game in front of you guys. But when the camera's off, we don't even understand about it.
I almost convinced them before we start. Almost convinced. Charlie was down to go outside. Jacob's like, nope, not doing it.
True. It's simply true, Jacob. But explain that. How is the crowd swelled if it's impossibly hot right now?
Free water. There's a lot of free water.
This is not. He keeps bringing up the free water.
There's
It's like a classic thing at any festival. You get out free water. It's not like an amenity at this.
I was impressed.
Is it Trumpy or is it more nonpartisan?
Or is it fair?
Yeah. It's 100% Trumpy, but it's not quite like a MAGA rally. I mean, there's definitely
Not quite
people,
like?
Sorry?
You said it's not quite like? That makes it sound like it's a little bit of a MAGA rally.
Yeah, no, I'd say it's kind of like a MAGA carnival. Like a little bit like...
I'd say it's 70%. I'd say it's 70% Trumpy, 30% like patriotic. Like I was there today and it was busy and it was kind of like spot the MAGA hat. I couldn't spot that many, to be honest. Most people are just wearing like 250, we did it, whatever. The MAGA caps, I didn't spot too many. I'm serious.
So Donald Trump has accused Democrats from time to time of paying people to show up at protests, Antifa, the whole thing. Can you discount that there are paid people to fill the crowd there?
Paid by...
That's what I was thinking too, because given the sparsity of the crowd during the week, I can see during the week because perhaps maybe people was working and things like that. But today is the 4th of July, so I did expect that there would be more people out. But then I also thought how many of these people have been paid to come, because I can't imagine people going out there in this type of heat and there's no shade. And before they start handing out free water, you wasn't allowed to bring your water, and water was an arm and a leg to purchase. And so I wondered that myself.
By whom?
Yeah, definitely. There's no way. And I mean, listen, it's like everything, it's like the truth lies somewhere in the middle. Democrats are saying there's no one there. It's like, that's not true at all. We go all the time. There are plenty of people there. Just when you show these photos with no one standing in the field, it's because it's so big. So it was just kind of organized.
No, it's because it's so empty. What is he talking about?
Poorly, more than anything, but there's still enthusiasm there.
By the way, speaking of the mall, how's the reflecting pool looking?
I mean, good. I was there again today, and it's a bit less American flag blue than a few days ago. I don't know if the algae is slowly getting their grip back on the pool, but it's all fenced off still. And now, interestingly, they've got all these nets. They've got nets on the water of the reflecting pool, apparently to catch like falling fireworks or something about the fireworks.
Any debris, right.
So I saw an aerial picture of that area yesterday, and you look at the east wing of the White House, and it's a construction zone. On the South Lawn, it's a construction zone because they're building a helipad. You've got fencing around the reflecting pool, and there's other construction as well. Does it feel like Washington D.C. is showing up in a really beautiful way for this birthday, or are you feeling that too?
No. I mean, honestly, again, it's kind of a logistical nightmare because they put up these huge fences, so you got to like walk all the way around when you could have just like walked usually right to where you wanted to go. And it's very hot out, which again, who saw that coming? Basically everyone, because the weather here is kind of generally gross. And when it's summer, it's particularly bad.
If you take a photo from the air, everything looks bad. On the ground, it looks like it's still pretty. I love walking around, and I think I can still admire it from.
I don't know. These two seem like they're in the Twilight Zone or something. I don't know about these two.
The air, it looks like, it's all the grass is dead. But like if you're there, it's still cool to be here.
You're still afraid to walk outside.
Okay,
we're going
cool to be there in Jacob's living room.
We're going to do a TMZ pop quiz finally. Okay.
Oh, I know.
Because I saw Charlie on TV yesterday.
I know what you're going to ask them.
So Charlie, what is Georgia known for?
Peaches.
He's not wrong.
Okay. That's the peach state.
That's fair.
You were thinking of a different peach.
What was your problem with peanuts last night on CNN?
I don't know. Are you really allowed to shotgun two different foods for your state? You pick one. Are you peach state or you peanut state? Can't have both.
I think he's right.
It was hysterical.
He's right.
It was hysterical. Okay. Charlie, are you going to who was the congressman, the skateboarding congressman?
Rich McCormick.
Are you going to hang out with Rich McCormick tomorrow or Saturday? Friday?
He's not the only congressman or woman who has invited us to this big event on top of the House building on the 4th of July.
Is this a flex?
Really?
Is this a flex?
I mean, if it's true, is it a flex? I mean, yeah, maybe it is. I guess it is. But we are deep in talks to go to there.
I just want to
there's ongoing
They're
discussion.
deep in talks to be invited.
That's a good way of putting it, honestly. We're jumping the gun a bit. Like we're navigating our way inside.
I'm just going to warn you guys. If you do get invited, do you ever see the movie Goodfellas?
No, I don't watch movies.
No? All right, look up the Joe Pesci scene. You'll get it.
Coming.
I bet you those two, they're funny. He said no, he doesn't watch movies. I believe it.
Yeah.
In San Diego County, in the town of San Marcos, there is a neighborhood where two families have decided that they want to fly the American flag outside their home. But their HOA says that is a no-no and is fining them pretty heftily.
Be right back.
Oh my.
There is an interesting battle going on. I say interesting because we are, of course, approaching 4th of July weekend, a time when people typically will fly American flags. But that has become controversial in a neighborhood in Southern California. In San Diego County, in the town of San Marcos, there is a neighborhood where two families have decided that they want to fly the American flag outside their home. But their HOA says that is a no-no and is fining them pretty heftily.
And that's a huge flag, too.
For doing so. And to this point, both families have decided, screw it. We are going to fly the flag and we're not going to take it down. And clearly this is going to turn into a legal battle, I would think. So joining us now to discuss this, the two families, Chris and Amy Cook. on the left there, and Terry Collins also flying their flags proudly and joining us now. Welcome to TMZ Live.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
So what's the beef with the Homeowners Association? Why are they saying that flying a flag is a violation of HOA rules?
It look like, for one, it does look like it takes away from the integrity of the building. I mean, it's just out there and it's huge, and you don't see no other, flag on the block.
They're confused about what common area is. It's a fundamental difference in the definition of common area versus exclusive use common area. I've explained it to them. They've been harassing us for the last 2 years. And they called us to the hearing with this pending $100 fine and told us that they're going to put a continuance on it. But this was after we brought media heat. And I'm done. I'm done being harassed. I think Terry's done as well. Let her talk about that. But we have an attorney on board now, Michael Kirshner, and he's ready to go. He's excited to take this case. We're excited to have him on, and we just really want to be left alone.
Well, I got to tell you the reason I'm so interested in this is, assuming it's let's say it is a common area. What I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, is that the HOA is saying that the flag represents, and this is the quote, a political or affiliative view which degrades the common area. Is that correct? Because it sounds like what they're saying is the flag is kind of an abomination and should not be in any public area of the complex.
Yep, that's correct. That's what they're trying to say, although they have tried to backpedal on that a little bit, but that is initially what they did say. Even after many, many people have said the American flag is an exception to any other flag, they're trying to equal the American flag to a flag that would be like a Padre flag, for example, or any other type of a sports flag or something like that. And
it sounds to me like what they're saying, maybe I'm wrong, is that it's affiliated, it's now a Trump flag.
Right, to say that it's political or affiliate. Yeah, I mean, without saying it, it seems like they're saying by flying the flag, you are saying that you are MAGA, essentially.
Well, yes, and here's the deal with me, especially Dave and I, and Amy as well. My flag has been here for 35 years in that exact same spot. It has never been brought to my attention in all the years I've lived here.
Oh, man.
Ever, not once has it ever been a problem. And then just in the recent years, in the last couple years, all of a sudden it's a political statement.
Is this a Trump thing?
It has to be. They're denying that, but it has to be. Because why is it all of a sudden a problem?
Is what we talked about being politically affiliative and degrading the common area. Did they put that in writing?
Yeah, that was a memo that was sent out over the platform or management platform was sent to the entire community.
So how is this? I mean, as a lawyer, this case to me feels like a slam dunk. That you would win, I would think. I'm surprised, and yet the HOA is not backing down.
Nope, not backing down, and they sent out another letter to all the homeowners yesterday, and just basically, in my opinion, it was basically just restating what they've already said before.
Do you think it's? When I read this story, I found this really odd to be happening, especially in San Diego County, where there are a lot of military families, where you would expect that there are going to be people around the 4th of July who want to fly their flags. And I just find it, I was really puzzled shocked that is the case. Are you hearing from other families of veterans or of active military who are pissed off about this?
We have an active military member in our community that when he caught wind of this, he has installed his flag even against the HOA's wishes. So we are seeing now more flags are going up. I mean, this has never been an issue for us in this community. American flags have flown freely. We've had ours in place for 20 years. Terry's had hers for 35 years. It's never been an issue.
With Democrat and Republican presidents.
Right.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
Decades. So what we're seeing now is that all flags have been removed due to these threats and intimidation from the HOA, except for ours and Terry's. And now, with some of this attention coming out, we are seeing flags going back up. So this is not a political statement for us. This is about those who have served and died for our country. This is for freedom and our rights. My grandfather was a veteran in World War II, died in the Philippines in 1944. We honor our veterans, we honor our active service members, and we do that with our flag, and we have every right to do so.
If they, I will just say this, if they really did put this in writing, that it degraded the common area and that you could put certain things up but not this, I don't see how this is not a slam dunk for you in court, honestly. It makes no sense.
We definitely agree with you, as well as the American flag is beautiful. It's beautiful. It's by no means is it a eyesore to our community.
No, this is crazy.
We have had more people in the last few weeks come up to us, knock on our doors, and tell us thank you for doing this, that they would love to be able to hang their flag, but they're afraid. They don't want to be looked at by the HOA as being a problem, because sometimes when you become a problem, then they're keeping their eye on you a little bit closer than they would have otherwise. So we've had, I think Dave and I have had at least a dozen homeowners come to us, people that we don't even know, and knock on our door and say, we just wanted to stop by and say thank you for doing this for us, because it really means a lot, because we would love to be able to fly our flags. Wow. It's kind of sad. 30 years ago when we first moved in, it was all Top Gun pilots that lived here. I'd say 75% of our community were Top Gun pilots. So we used to have a 4th of July parade every year. We used to have a 4th of July gathering in our community with all the members that wanted to participate. We hung our flags proudly with pride, and this is just very, in my opinion, it's not only confusing, it's just outright ridiculous.
I got to tell you, a case like this, honestly, is a case the Supreme Court would take. Seriously.
I can't imagine it would even
I can't imagine either, but it's a case.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is craziness, but thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, we're going to follow this. I know Chris and Amy, you guys have started a GoFundMe.
We're grateful to be able to get this out there. We really appreciate your help. Right, Amy?
It's craziness.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you.
Thanks so much.
Okay, it sounds like she didn't want that GoFundMe information to come out. But anyway, I find this strange myself because the couple said they had their flag up for 20 years. Terry says she had her flag, if that's her name. She said she had her flag up for 35 years. So I don't see no issue with it. It's been up that long. Why say something about it now? So maybe it is political. I was like, maybe, I was thinking they just put the flags up and, but, and then Harvey said something. Now, if they put that in writing, that it, what he said, it degrades the area, the common area or something. If they have that in writing, then it's a different story. But even if they did have it in writing, it's been 20 years and then 35 years that those flags was up. So, having it in writing, maybe it is, and it just wasn't enforced, and they decide to enforce it now. I'm not sure, but it is this is interesting. And to get to the Supreme Court, come on now. It shouldn't make it to the Supreme Court.
Have a great 4th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Coming up.
Karlie Kloss has mended fences with Taylor Swift. We know that she got an invite to the wedding, but seems like people have made some assumptions about her relationship. Maybe Taylor did too, about Karlie's relationship with President Trump. So she sat down with Bloomberg and talked to them about just how close she is or isn't to President Trump.
Be right back.
So Karlie Kloss has mended fences with Taylor Swift. We know that she got an invite to the wedding, but seems like people have made some assumptions about her relationship. Maybe Taylor did too, about Karlie's relationship with President Trump. Carly Kloss, the supermodel, is famously a Democrat. So is her husband, Joshua Kushner. However, Joshua's brother, Jared, is married to Ivanka, and Jared works very closely.
Deeply involved in the Trump administration.
Exactly. So this is what Carly said about her relationship. She sat down with Bloomberg and talked to them about just how close she is or isn't to President Trump.
You're married to a man whose brother happens to be married to Ivanka Trump. How do you deal with everything that comes with that?
Well, I know who I am. I know the values that guide my life and the issues that I care about. So, I haven't lost sight of who I am. But also, it's my husband's family. As long as I can remember, I've always been exposed to a lot of different political points of view. And I think that trained me for my life. I'm a Democrat. I think it's possible to have relationships with people who you politically don't align with. And I think this country has always been a place for dialogue.
Yeah, right. I would like to hear their conversation around the dinner table.
We have to be able to talk to each other.
Have you had any conversations with President Trump about politics?
I have never met President Trump.
That is so revealing. Because the real question is, it's not how she feels about them, it's how Trump feels about her.
Right.
And she's never
met her.
How is that?
It probably doesn't come up.
Did I mishear it? Did she say I've never spoke?
I've never met him.
She never met him.
How could she never have? It's like that's
well, because that assumes that every time that Joshua wants to hang out with his brother, that the president is around. The president's not always around.
Christmas, Easter dinner,
and I'm sure that Joshua and
I believe her.
Yeah,
but
they just avoid dinners when
that's a statement.
That's a huge statement. That is a huge statement. Now, she's married to the Kushner's brother, and the other Kushner is married to Ivanka, and she says that I wonder how long they've been married, but she says she never met him. In a way, I can see, maybe they're the black sheep of the clan. So, but never met him. Even if I don't know about that. That is weird. Never met him. Okay. Wow. That says a lot about their relationships for sure. So I guess there's a lot of snubs.
President Trump said that he was going to go after anyone who vandalized the reflecting pool with full force of the Justice Department. And today he delivered. U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Jeanine Pirro, announced they have indicted David Hearn.
Be right back.
I hope he's Friday. They charge him with a felony. That's going to be on his record like forever, unless he have it expunged or something, or erased from his record. No, he's just a fall guy. And from my understanding, all he did was touch it, but he did not damage it. So he's just a scapegoat to cover up the horrible shoddy job that Trump and his associates have did with that reflecting pool. I hope he fight this and win.
President Trump said that he was going to go after anyone who vandalized the reflecting pool with full force of the Justice Department, and today he delivered.
Nope.
Well, not his Justice Department.
Well, no, but you're making an assumption that the person that they've indicted did indeed vandalize.
Well, he says did it.
Yeah.
And the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Jeanine Pirro, announced they have indicted David Hearn. He is the Olympic canoe slalom three-time Olympian. And remember, this is the guy who went by the reflecting pool. He's on a bike ride.
He says he just
stopped, put his hand in there.
Put his hand in the water, and that's it.
And then immediately they were on him.
Jeanine Pirro tells a very different story.
Our evidence further shows that the National Park Service employees observed Hearn actually forcefully and violently pulling up and removing the bottom liner with both hands. According to witnesses, Hearn damaged approximately 2 square feet of sealant from the bottom of the pool.
So that is a drastically different version.
Drastically. So he was indicted for essentially it's felony vandalism, destruction of federal property, more than $1,000. So apparently they don't have video because she says they're relying on witnesses. He says he didn't pull it up.
Right.
She's saying they got witnesses saying he did.
Did you find it?
So they got witnesses and they will just pay it off. Come on now. No, come on now. Ain't nobody got no cell phone video, nothing. No, nothing. Just going on by word of mouth. Come on now.
Odd that there's no video.
Okay, so now if he was pulling up, where's the pieces that he was pulled up? Come on now.
Video?
I find it shocking that there's no video.
Well, a lot of the chat was actually making that exact point. Like, how are you going to charge him with something with no video?
Well, you can do it with a witness.
Oh, but absolutely. They were debating that.
No. You can absolutely do that with witnesses.
But how has he stay charged?
You can indict him, certainly, on witnesses,
yeah.
and you might even be able to convict him.
You can convict on witnesses' accounts. You can do it without witnesses if there's circumstantial evidence.
The challenge is going to be that this jury pool is going to come from Washington, D.C., right?
This jury reflecting pool. Is coming from Washington, D.C.
Yes. And where they may not be as on board with the president's view.
Okay, what I find strange is he said the workers observed David Hearn doing this, but what about, was there any other, like, public people, like, walking around and riding the bikes, and anyone else see him do what they are claiming that he done?
Hi guys, this is Malik calling out of Washington, D.C. Actually myself, this story is kind of a bit much, all these charges when many people go into the reflective pool and they just try to find somebody to blame for their downfall cause.
Well, I mean, they're certainly looking for someone to blame. They say he did it, but he'll have his day in court.
So they will end the trial with, we, the jury, upon reflection, say...
Coming up.
This is crazy. I cannot believe
I know,
this.
America's 250... Oh, Lindsay Lohan is only 40. She's taking a look back. The 20s. Unstoppable, exposed, and becoming iconic.
That's interesting. That's the way she views
that
the
is
20s.
Interesting
because
way
other people would say train wreck.
Be right back.
She's only 40? I don't know. Why was I thinking that she would be older? I don't know. Is she young?
This is crazy. I cannot believe
I know,
this.
America's 250... Oh, Lindsay Lohan is only 40 years old. But that is pretty insane.
She was 19 when we started.
I know. And she's celebrating it. She said, I'm 40 now, but I once was in her 30s. I was grounded, fulfilled, full circle. The 20s, unstoppable, exposed, and becoming iconic.
That's interesting. That's the way she views
That
the
is
20s.
Interesting
because
way
other people would say train wreck.
She did not include the mugshots.
But the reality...
We are putting those up.
Here's
She
the
didn't
reality.
include the mugshots.
Here's the reality. That number one, she had the screwed up childhood because of her parents.
And also just being a child star
and
is
being
also
a child
hard,
star.
right?
And she has come out of this so grounded and so cool and stable.
What
she
helped
looks
her,
amazing.
what saved her is she pulled out of Hollywood when she needed to. And now she can
needed
come back. And she does.
And she has.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
This is a success story.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Have a great birthday, Lindsay.
And we will see you tomorrow.
Okay, that's cool. All right, yeah. So shout out to us TMZ Live for that reporting. And I am going to go ahead and end it here. And I'll see y'all in my next video. All right, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and share the video. All that good stuff. All right, y'all. Be blessed.